Good morning, Proniacs. It is Friday, and I welcome you to this hidden gem. I'm not going to share it anywhere else but YouTube, so if you are a subscriber, I appreciate you watching this and being a part of the Proniac community. There's a couple of different podcasts that I've been listening to, and some of those YouTube videos that I've watched have come together. And the way that I want to explain that they've come together, and the reason why I'm talking while it's dark out, is because I find that after I do a really tough workout where I'm truly focusing on getting better, is when my thoughts start to go in the right direction of where I need to be in that fulfilling feeling on my journey. Because I enjoy doing the biking, doing the swimming, and doing the running, but mostly being outside in the morning, waking up and starting my day on a really fast pace. There's one thing that really stands out in the most recent YouTube videos that I was watching, and if you've heard Abraham Hicks, and the story behind it is a little more spiritual, a little more wonder than you may possibly be in at this time in your life. But what's channeled is the idea that spirit manifests itself in perfect timing. And what this means is that things that happen to you and the obstacles that are put in your way and the challenges that you go through are put there for a reason, and at that time is the reason for it. And the metaphor is that you're putting on all of these layers of clothing because it's snowing outside, but in the time that you have the challenge or the obstacle, it's sunny out and it's 90 degrees. But spirit is manifesting itself in you so that you are preparing and putting on these different layers of clothing, the wool socks, the long underwear or tights, the heavy coat. But what happens is we always see it as a hindrance. And so that's the way that we view it. And we say, I don't need this jacket. I don't need these tights. I don't want these wool socks on. It's making me hot and uncomfortable. When uncomfortable is the state that you need to be in for growth. So the spirit gives you uncomfortable situations, but preparing you for that winter that's coming outside. So be able to embrace the situations, the challenges that are put in front of you in that time, and know that you can take out of it that you are uncomfortable, that you are going to grow through it. You're going to see the good in that situation, and know that 90-degree weather or 70-degree weather, wherever you're at on your barometer, is going to change dramatically right after you're prepared through that challenge, through that obstacle, when you have that loss, when you go through that broken relationship, or whatever the obstacle challenge is that you're going through, or even if it's a huge victory. So know that that's a preparation for something to come as well. That's one thing that I wanted to share with you, but also that the joy to bring yourself more happiness is to enjoy the process. So be in joy with the things that you do every day to prepare yourself by doing those morning routines and those nightly routines. I wasn't able to do my nightly routine last night like I said I was going to yesterday because I had a hockey draft, which brings me joy, being with my buddies that I play hockey with. Even though some of them don't have the highest mindset, or they do have somewhat of a negative connotivity and like to do the joking around that maybe is hurtful. And you know what I'm talking about, that poking that guys like to do, where it's like making fun of each other, and usually you can take it lightly, but some people take it the wrong way. And sometimes it's really uncalled for, and it's not even that funny. It's a sort of humor that just doesn't need to be, and a lot of people really enjoy it, especially people that drink a lot. But moving on from that tangent, I enjoy being with those group of guys because they are the guys that I talk hockey with. And you'll notice that you have these different groups of people in your life for a reason. So there's people that you can talk your triathlon, talk your workouts with. There are people that you could talk your hockey with, talk your different hobbies with. There's people that you could talk spiritually with. And there's people that can have a couple of those different buckets or interests that you're in, and don't have to be in all of them. And this is a good thing to remember when you're going through, you know, your life and picking out the people that you want to be around, and removing people from your life, because some of those buckets you don't even need, like the gossip bucket. Those are the people that you go out and you're being social with, but all they do is want to talk about other people instead of ideas on how to get better, and ideas on what's working in their life, and maybe getting through challenges together. That's something that you can speak about, but how other people are affecting them in a negative way, and I can't believe that they're doing this, or their husband is cheating on them, so I'm gonna go tell all these people. I mean, that's just not something that needs to, and it's judgmental. Judgment doesn't have any place in our lives, and we all know that, because once we start to judge ourselves, we feel it. We feel worse, and there's no reason for it, because we know that we're doing the best that we can, making the decisions the best that we can with what we're given at this time. And that's what we need to remind ourselves about others, that we can give them the benefit of the doubt that with what they know and what they've learned, they're doing the best with their life at that time, making the decisions that are right for them. So, after all of this is said and done, make sure to enjoy the process, enjoy the morning routine, put in things that you will love to do in the morning and at night, so that you can create that continual happiness and joy in your life, instead of having to wait until you're older. And when you're older, you say, well, I wish I would have. But then you're like, you know, I don't really care that I didn't, because I'm here right now and I'm still alive. Because when you're old, you're just at that point where you're like, you know what? I wouldn't want to be in my 20s. I wouldn't want to be in my 30s. You know, I respect what I did back then because it got me to the place where I am today. But there's no way I'd want to go back there and change what I did, because I am who I am today, and I love who I am today because of who I was back then. So fall in love with yourself again, and make sure that that happiness runs throughout your day. And if it doesn't, make those changes that are necessary for it to happen. So I hope you enjoy your life. I hope that you make changes toward happiness. And I'm sorry that it's dark out. Just had to get this, like I said, hidden gem out there. And I love you guys. Thank you for joining me today. It's not what I say or do, but the way I insist in making you feel you're going to remember.